holes just for the last 5 minutes or so, and then we are wrapped.
Sweet. Balls. Let's talk. No, I'm just kidding. Oh. Oh yeah. We're here in Carlsbad at TaylorMade talking about golf balls. You got millions of dollars of marketing budget, and it goes primarily to drivers and irons and all these categories that you're, leading in. Do we overlook balls?
We've been developing these golf balls for a long time and have had great technologies, but I don't think we had the commitment until over the last handful of years. We're building the infrastructure to support a massive growth in golf ball. We have the technology. Now it's time to go.
Going back to Penta, the first 5-layer golf ball, and it's just, that the whole theme of these kind of conversations have been what technology is so good that it graduates to the next product cycle, as opposed to like, oh, we tried it and we just it didn't work, so we're ditching it,
Penta then, to where 5 layers is now, aren't even in the same camp. If you look at the compressions of each layer, each of these layers is now completely different. Back in the day, yeah, we were using 5 different layers, but because those materials were all pretty similar, you didn't get a huge performance delta. We knew the opportunity was to continue to graduate that.
What does that equate to though? Like the ability to have speed and spin?
That's exactly what you get. You get to completely decouple driver and wedges. So you think about a driver you're gonna use all 5 layers.
Right.
You need a 75-mile-an-hour swing speed to get to the center of our golf ball. However, on your wedges, you're only getting 2 layers in. So those outer 2 layers are there to maximize increased spin.
We just walked past the aerodynamics room.
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming is the ball sitting and you're blowing air around it and all that kind of stuff. That to me seems like a technology reserved for like F1 race cars and rocket ships and all that kind of stuff.
Actually, we don't hold the ball. We actually fire the ball with different speeds and spins, and we have cameras that are watching it in an internal chamber that pick up the amount of spin, and then we can back out the lift and drag coefficients.
Gotcha.
If we just plug in the tilt axis, we can model any type of trajectory that we want.
That's why I hit it sideways when I have my 4-degree lofted driver.
With 5 layers, so you can see the core is still really big, but you're going through the firmest layers of the golf ball. So to get to the core, it's not that hard to get 75. So this is the softest material, but you have to get through these 3 really firm layers. So wedges, you're not getting all the way to the core.
Right.
So you're just hitting the outer 2 layers, which the cover is there to maximize spin. It's amazing how thin that is. It's a 15 thousandths of an inch cover. I mean, you just think about how
so
thin
crazy.
that is.
Yeah.
So on the 3-piece golf ball, you'll see in comparison, the core is gonna be way bigger.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You're gonna hit that core on every single shot. This core is really soft, and what's gonna happen is it's gonna produce low spin. It's great. Your irons, your drivers are gonna go really, really far. The issue is, while it's a cast urethane cover, which is really unique for this price point, it's not gonna spin as much around the green as this one.
Gotcha.
Because you're also gonna get to the core on most wedge shots, in which case, you're just gonna hang on for a little bit more, and that's gonna slow down spin. So what you're getting really with 5 layers versus this, it's just everything's a little better.
When you have people like Rory switching into TP5 or TP5X rather, how does that inform the people at home?
When you have people coming up to me saying, hey, I'm a 12 handicap, what ball do I need? Well, typically you'd say, I'm going to put you in a tour response because you're not fully compressing the ball. But
which is a 3-piece ball?
That's a 3-piece ball with that same cast urethane construction. But those guys, a lot of times, depending on if they're a little higher spin, lower spin, they can easily play the TP5 or even the TP5X. So it's kind of cool that the ball that Rory is playing is the same ball that even a 10, 12 handicap can play, let alone for sure, Skratch players.
Rory came out after his experience with the golf ball and basically said, hey, this is the best golf ball I've ever tried.
This is the best ball I've hit in, ever.
It was that big a deal for him to say that, and today we're known to have the best wind ball.
Yeah.
And we didn't just stop there. We've continued to develop dimple patterns that have helped us kind of create that low drag performance, especially at the tail end of the flight. We're really measuring every aspect of the flight of the golf ball so that we can continue to make them better.
Dimple patterns take forever, absolutely forever.
Yeah.
That's why you don't see them change that often.
I think the golf balls probably last big breakthrough is like maybe seamless dimples, right? So how would you accomplish a seamless dimple pattern?
So you actually have to mix the 2 parts, part A, part B, and then you dispense it into a half of a mold, and you have to press the core in there, or the inner part of the ball down in there, hold it a little bit till it's just starting to set up, and then you flip it over and put it in the other side, right? And so the seamless is they've been able to design the dimples so you want to have it as symmetric as possible, and so they've designed a curvy seam as opposed to a flat seam in order to have it be symmetric.
Golfers for the longest time have not had the ability to flex their level of taste and their preferences. And so with picks and some of the new technologies, being able to put your own logo on the golf ball is pretty fun because you get to see some personality come out of someone like Colin Morikawa, which I have no idea what kind of music he listens to or what kind of car he drives, but I know that he's a dog person because he puts his dog co on the golf ball.
Yeah. I think he nailed it. Customization, personalization just is a trend in consumer products, period. And it really hasn't been met in golf, and it particularly hasn't been met in golf ball. No one's really cracked into that personalization of like, hey, really, what do you want? So if you want to play a taco ball, or like you said, Colin, he's like, I love my dog and I like looking at him, it makes me happy, and a happy golfer is a better golfer, and why wouldn't you put that on there?
Yeah.
In all of our products, including golf ball, like now more than ever, we think there's an opportunity for us to just connect with golfers just at a deeper level.
Yeah.
And on golf ball, we're able to do that, through performance and having the options, but also through all these visual options, whether it's visual for alignment and stripe, or a unique picks hot shot drop, right? And it has that, like, I just want to be associated with that. I feel better just teeing it up because it's just me.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just getting going.